Welcome to the Supreme Hustle Experience. Hi, my name is Terrence and I am your Supreme Hustler. Today I want to talk about avoiding mediocrity and striving for greatness. I want to first thank you for taking the time out your busy schedule just to come and spend some time with me. So now let's get into it. The reason why I'm bringing this topic up now is because right now I am a new YouTuber. I am doing something that I haven't really done before, and I am working to level up and become something great at it. And the principles that I'm following to be able to create this channel and to create this audience is using the principle of consistency, confidence, and improving. I am focused to just putting one video out a day. I'm not focused on doing 3 or 4 videos, just trying to put videos out. I want to make sure I'm leveling up and I am creating good content with quality content as well. But let me give you an example. The example I want to give you, let's say I am a article. I write articles. And on a scale of 1 to 10, or let's say 10 people, let's use 10 people, is my audience that I'm trying to connect with. Now, it may not be important to me to have good punctuation and making sure that my words are spelled correctly. And it may not be that important for half of the demographic that I'm going after. So that 5 out of 10, which is 50%, they may not have a problem with it. But then I have that group that's between 6 and 8%, or 80%, another 30% to put it mildly, from 6, 7, 8 users. It may be important to them that I have good punctuation and that I spell my words, because they may like my content, but they give me a pass because they like the content, not because my punctuation is good and my spelling is correct. But then it's that last 9 and 10, those 2 people that just can't get past it. They just don't want to follow me or listen to me because they can't get past that I have bad grammar, bad punctuation, and I'm misspelling words. So now let's break it down a little bit more granular. Let's say that those 5 people that like my content, 3 of them are what I want to call loyal to the content. They're going to pay attention to it. They're going to read it all the time. The other 2, not consistent and not really engaged like the first 3 are. But yet they don't really care about the punctuation, the grammar, and the misspelled words. But now I got that group that's in that 6, 7, and 8 range where they give me a pass because they like the content. But I may have 1 out of those 3 people that'll just keep coming back because they like the content. And although it bothers them, they give me a pass. But I don't get the 9 and 10. I don't get them at all because they just can't get past it. So now here, if I'm just striving for mediocrity and I'm telling myself that's just as good as it's going to get, that's good enough for me, no problem. But if I'm sitting back complaining why I'm not getting more people engaged in what I'm talking about, then I'm going to have to step back and think about it for a moment and say to myself, how do I improve? Where do I improve? So that's where the data comes in at. I realize that half of the people that follow my content or see my content, they will follow it to a certain degree. 3 of them are die hard, the other 2 hit or miss. Now there's 6, 7, and 8. Those people right there, they like the content, but they give me that pass. So I have some room for improvement. The people that's the 5 and below, it is what it is. I'm probably going to definitely have that 3 and hit and miss to get the 4 and 5. But that 6, 7, 8, if I really want to maximize that demographic, I have to start focusing on my content having good grammar, having good punctuation, and again, I'm spelling the words correctly. That's just going to improve that demographic. But now it's also going to give me a shot at the 9 and 10 because they now can follow me because they're not distracted by all the misspelled words or the bad grammar and punctuation. Now I get an opportunity to allow them to connect with my content. See, what I've learned, being excellent attracts way more people than being mediocre. If I'm just mediocre, I'm limiting myself. But if I'm striving for perfection, I'm going to reach demographics that are about perfection. And then you start finding out those are the people that are able to help push your content even further. Because you may have people in the group that don't mind about the mediocrity, and they may push your content out there. But it's going to come across someone who it does matter to, and they won't even give you a shot. And that's the difference between leaving opportunity on the table or money on the table. So what am I doing here on this channel? Like I said, I'm not hopping on the bandwagon where I'm just posting videos, 2 or 3 videos a day, and I'm not really focused on the quality of those videos. I rather focus on the quality of the videos as opposed to the quantity. I would rather just put out 1 a day and keep on improving as I move forward and start implementing new things in my videos. Now, this particular video reaches a certain type of demographic. That demographic may give me a pass because the videos are not edited, because the videos don't have all the flair to it. But then I got a group of people that do like it, but they give me a pass because the content may be good enough for them. But then you got that group of people who want excellence. And if I keep striving for excellence, then guess what? I have a bigger net to cast, and I'm able to capture more engagement than I would if I was just going to throw out mediocrity. Well, there's a saying that goes like this: you can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. And so therefore, if I really want to capture more engagement, I have to be focused on putting forward the best product that I can. And that goes for anything that we do in life. I use the same principles in my photography business that I'm starting. I'm preparing that. In order for me to level up, I have to be on a certain level of the scale to be able to get certain type of clientele. So let me break that down on a scale of 1 to 10. Anything from a 1 to 5, I will put that in as a junior, meaning someone that's above a beginner, but more so of a junior. They know way more than a beginner. A beginner may be someone at 1, but anyone that gets to that 5, you're still within what I call that beginner's level. And then you got the intermediate level that goes from the 6 to 8. That's the in between. They're not quite to the professional level or the senior level, but they can hold their own. They can really build and really get the job done. They're a little bit more consistent and understanding of what it is that they're doing. And then when you get to that senior level, not saying that you know everything, but you know how to find the answers. You know how to make it work. You don't get anxious, and you don't get concerned when things are not going the right way. You know how to pivot and step back and analyze the situation to say, okay, this is what I need to do to pivot. This is what I need to do to improve. You don't allow yourself to get scared, basically. You just say, hey, let me hold the course. That's what the senior level does. And right now, I put myself at the beginner's level of being a YouTuber or any type of business that I'm in going forward now, because there's so much room for improvement. But because I'm focusing on those small things, giving that 1% improvement every time, every day, I'm leveling up. Like for instance, I'm using After Effects now. I'm leveling up on my After Effects skill. Now, After Effects can be very challenging and a steep learning curve. But if you already have some idea how some of the features work, it's easier to grab hold to the concepts. Well, in After Effects, you do a lot of animations. Well, I was introduced to animations about 2016 as a rich media software developer, where I had to animate different elements. So I had to learn how to understand how the locations of how you want the element to land, coordinates, and then I had to understand how the different bezels work and how you got things to the motion to move and snap back. I already was introduced to that. So now that I'm learning After Effects, I understand how the timeline works and I understand how to make those tools. The biggest thing that I have to understand is how to create MoGarts, which are motion graphic templates. So I can just drag and put those in Premiere Pro, and I can change the text as I want. But see, I've learned how to do that creating my thumbnails. Because I leveled up with Photoshop, I can create a thumbnail in 3 to 5 minutes. Especially if I have all the assets, I can do it even faster. But I've created assets over this last month, and I know how to use the tool more efficient now. So the thing about it is, on my YouTube channel, like I said, I put myself at a beginner's level. That there's a lot of room for improvement. I'm not focused on getting views and getting the growth in that area, not right now. Eventually I will, but I want to understand these principles and concepts first. So when I start getting people to view, now I can look at my data and I can test different things and split test different things to see, does this work or does that work? But I'll understand the whole system and be able to maximize every opportunity that I can. So that's the end of this video. I'm hoping you're taking some nuggets from it and that you're willing to overcome mediocrity and strive for greatness by going one step at a time, by learning one new thing or at least leveling up 1% every single day, and not being a rush the process, and learn as much as you can possibly learn. And so this is the Supreme Hustle Experience. Again, my name is Terrence. I'm your Supreme Hustler. If you made it to this point, hey, thank you. Also, give me a like, maybe a subscribe, and some comments. Tell me how you found this channel, because I would like to know so I can figure out, are my titles working? Are my thumbnails working? Or are you just finding me because I made a comment on somebody else's video and you're following my handle? Let me know. I appreciate it, and I'll check you out as well. All right, that's the end of this video. See you in the next.